Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Skillify English, the podcast where we help you speak English with confidence, one real conversation at a time. I'm John.
And I'm Neha, and oh my goodness, today's topic is such an important one. We are talking about something that every single person on this planet has to do at some point, going to the doctor.
Yes, and look, I know what some of you are thinking. John, Neha, that doesn't sound like the most exciting topic, but trust me, if you have ever sat in a doctor's office, opened your mouth to describe how you feel, and then completely frozen, this episode is going to change your life.
Completely frozen. That is the perfect way to describe it, because I have done exactly that. You sit down, the doctor looks at you, and suddenly every English word you have ever learned just disappears.
Like a dream you can't remember. It's gone.
Gone. So today we are going to fix that. We'll talk about common symptoms and illnesses. We'll break down the exact grammar you need. We'll do a full role play of a real clinic visit. And we'll end with our word tour, where we slow everything down and make sure it all sticks.
And most importantly, we're going to keep this fun because honestly, some of the best stories come from being sick. You'll see what we mean. So grab a warm drink, maybe some ginger tea, maybe some soup, and let's get into it.
Okay, Neha, before we get into the lesson, I want to ask you something very personal.
Oh, no.
Are you someone who goes to the doctor for every little cough, or are you someone who avoids the clinic at all costs?
Oh, that is a very easy answer for me. I am 100% a doctor avoider. Like, I could have a sore throat for 2 weeks, and I'll just keep drinking honey and lemon water and telling myself it'll go away on its own.
I knew it. You seem like a honey and lemon person.
I am absolutely a honey and lemon person. But here's the embarrassing part. The whole time I'm avoiding the doctor, I'm also Googling my symptoms, which is the worst thing you can do.
Oh, we have to talk about this. The symptom Googling. It is a trap.
It is a complete trap. Okay, so one time, this is a true story. I had a headache that lasted for about 3 days, just a regular headache, probably from staring at my laptop too long. But I Googled it, and within about 10 minutes, I'd convinced myself that I had something extremely serious. I was sitting there reading these medical websites with very big, very scary words, and I was like, okay, this is it. This is how it ends.
And then what happened?
I drank 2 glasses of water, took a short walk, and the headache was gone by the evening.
Dehydration, the silent villain.
The silent villain, but I had already emotionally prepared myself for the worst. What about you, John? Are you a doctor avoider too?
You know, I used to be. I used to be very much in the push through it camp. Like, I would have a fever and just wrap myself in 3 blankets and sweat it out and tell myself I was fine.
Oh, that sounds miserable.
It was terrible. But then I had this one time where I had what I thought was just a bad cold, and I waited almost 2 weeks to go to the doctor. And it turned out to be a pretty bad sinus infection that needed antibiotics. And the doctor looked at me and said, "Why did you wait so long?" And I had no good answer.
I feel like that's the moment a lot of people have, where you finally go in and the doctor's like, yeah, this has been a problem for a while.
Exactly. So now I try to go a little sooner. Not immediately for every sniffle, but if something has been going on for more than a week and isn't getting better, I go. And for our listeners, that is actually pretty solid advice, right?
It really is. And the important thing is that when you do go, you feel confident enough to explain what's happening, because that's the whole point of today's episode.
So let's talk about that moment. You walk into the clinic, you sit down, the doctor comes in, and they say those 4 words.
What brings you in today?
And for so many English learners, the brain just short circuits.
It really does. And I think it's because describing pain and discomfort is genuinely hard, even in your first language, right? Like, how do you explain the exact feeling of something that hurts? Is it a sharp pain, a dull pain, a throbbing pain? These are very specific words.
And then add in the pressure of speaking a second language in a formal medical setting with a stranger looking at you, probably writing things down. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And doctors, bless them, they're usually very busy. They don't always have extra time to wait while you search for the right word. So having some key phrases ready before you even walk in, that is so powerful.
It really is. And the good news is, the vocabulary you need for a basic doctor's visit is actually not that big. You don't need to know every medical term. You just need a handful of clear sentences and the right grammar. Which brings us to today's core lesson.
Okay, grammar time. And I promise this is going to be simple and super useful. We're focusing on 2 verbs today, to have and to feel. These 2 verbs are the backbone of describing symptoms in English.
Let's start with to have. You use have when you're talking about a noun, a thing. A headache is a thing. A fever is a thing. A cold is a thing. So you say, I have a headache. I have a fever. I have a cold.
Right, and notice there's almost always a little word, a or an, between have and the symptom. So, I have a sore throat. I have a runny nose. I have a cough. And if you're talking about someone else, he has a fever. She has a bad cold. My child has an ear infection.
An ear infection. See how it's an before the vowel sound? Small grammar point, but it sounds much more natural.
Exactly. Now let's look at to feel. You use feel when you're describing how you feel, an adjective, a state of being. So, I feel dizzy. I feel weak. I don't feel well. I feel terrible. I feel nauseous.
And you'll notice that feel doesn't use a or an. You don't say, I feel a dizzy. You just say, I feel dizzy. Because dizzy is an adjective. It describes your state, not a specific thing.
A good way to remember it, if the symptom is a noun, a word that names a thing, use have. If the symptom is an adjective, a word that describes a feeling or state, use feel.
Let's do a quick practice round. I'll say a symptom and you tell me have or feel.
Let's go.
Fever.
I have a fever. Noun, have.
Tired.
I feel tired. Adjective, feel.
Stomachache.
I have a stomachache. Noun, have.
Dizzy.
I feel dizzy. Adjective, feel.
Perfect. And for our listeners at home, pause the episode and try a few of your own. What symptoms do you know? Try putting them into a sentence with either have or feel. It's great practice.
Okay, this is my favorite part. We're going to do a full role play. John is going to play the doctor, and I'll be the patient. And I'm really not feeling well today.
I'll be Dr. John. Very professional, very caring.
Very reassuring, I hope.
Extremely reassuring. Okay, let's go. Good morning. Come on in, have a seat. So, what brings you in today?
Hi, doctor. Thank you. I haven't been feeling well for a few days now. I have a really sore throat, and I've had a fever since yesterday.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that. How high was your fever, do you know?
I checked this morning, and it was about 38.5. Is that bad?
It's a low-grade fever, so we'll keep an eye on it. Now, the sore throat, does it hurt when you swallow?
Yes, a lot. Even drinking water is uncomfortable. And I also have a cough. It started 2 days ago. It's mostly dry, but sometimes it's a little wet.
Okay, good to know. Are you feeling any other symptoms? Any body aches or chills?
Yes, actually. I feel really weak and achy, especially in my back and legs, and I feel a little dizzy when I stand up too fast.
Got it. How long have you felt like this overall? When did it all start?
I think it started about 4 days ago. I thought it was just a cold at first, but it hasn't gotten better.
And have you taken any medication so far?
I took some paracetamol yesterday for the fever. It helped a little, but the sore throat is still really bad.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at your throat and check your temperature. Based on what you're describing, it sounds like it could be a viral infection, possibly the flu, but let's make sure.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
And scene. How did that feel?
That felt so good. And the thing I want our listeners to notice is I didn't use any complicated medical words. Everything I said was simple. I have a sore throat. I have a fever. I feel weak. I feel dizzy. Simple, clear sentences.
And the questions I asked as the doctor, those are the questions you will almost always hear. How long have you felt like this? Does it hurt when you swallow? Have you taken any medication? So listen for those.
Let's actually pause on those doctor questions for a second, because understanding the doctor is just as important as speaking to them.
Totally. How long have you felt like this? They want to know the number of days or weeks, so you can say about 3 days, since Monday, for almost a week.
Does it hurt when you swallow? This is about your throat. You can say, yes, it's very painful, or a little bit, yes, or not really, no.
Have you taken any medication? They want to know if you've already tried anything. You can say, I took some ibuprofen yesterday, or I haven't taken anything yet.
These are your survival phrases. Keep them in your back pocket.
Okay, so the doctor has seen you. They've asked their questions. Now they're going to tell you what to do. And this part can also be confusing, especially if they start using terms you've never heard.
So let's break down the most common things a doctor might say.
Number 1, I'm going to prescribe you an antibiotic. A prescription is an official document from the doctor that allows you to buy a specific medicine. You take the prescription to the pharmacy and get it filled. Getting your prescription filled means you go to the pharmacy and they give you the medicine the doctor ordered.
Number 2, take a painkiller for the discomfort. A painkiller is a medicine that reduces pain. Common painkillers include ibuprofen and paracetamol, also called acetaminophen in the US. The doctor might say, take 1 tablet every 6 to 8 hours.
And number 3, and this one is our favorite, get plenty of rest and drink lots of fluids. You will hear this from basically every doctor for basically every illness. Rest means sleep and relaxation. Fluids means water, juice, soup, herbal tea, anything liquid that keeps you hydrated.
And honestly, that advice is genuinely good. Your body does so much healing when you sleep.
Number 4, come back if it gets worse. This means if you feel better, great, but if your symptoms become more serious, return to the clinic. It's their way of saying, we're watching out for you.
And one more, it's viral, so antibiotics won't help. This is important. Antibiotics fight bacterial infections, not viral ones. So sometimes the doctor won't prescribe anything, and that can feel frustrating, but it means your body just needs time.
All right, friends, we've reached the word tour, the part of our episode where we slow everything way down and look closely at the key words and phrases from today. Get cozy, grab your notebook if you have one, and let's go.
Word number 1, sore throat. Sore means painful or tender. Your throat is the inside of your neck, the passage you use for swallowing and breathing. So a sore throat means your throat is painful. Example, I have a sore throat and it hurts to drink cold water.
Word number 2, fever. A fever is when your body temperature is higher than normal. Normal body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius. When you have a fever, your body is working hard to fight an infection. Example, she has a fever of 39 degrees and feels very hot.
Word number 3, dizzy. Dizzy is an adjective. When you feel dizzy, the room feels like it's spinning, or you feel like you might lose your balance. It's a very common symptom with the flu, or when you haven't eaten. Example, I feel dizzy when I stand up too quickly.
Word number 4, prescription. A prescription is the official paper or digital document from a doctor that allows you to get medication from a pharmacy. You cannot buy certain medicines without one. Example, the doctor gave me a prescription for antibiotics. I went to the pharmacy to get it filled.
Word number 5, painkiller. A painkiller is any medicine that reduces pain. The name is very logical. It kills pain. Ibuprofen and paracetamol are both painkillers. Example, my head was throbbing, so I took a painkiller and rested for an hour.
Word number 6, allergy versus cold. These two are easy to confuse because the symptoms can look similar. An allergy is when your body reacts badly to something in the environment, like pollen, dust, or certain foods. It is not contagious. A cold is a viral infection.
it is contagious, meaning you can catch it from another person. Example, I sneeze a lot in spring, but it's just my allergy to pollen, not a cold.
Word number 7, symptoms. This is a big word, but a very important one. Symptoms are the signs that tell you or your doctor that something is wrong with your health. A headache, a cough, a fever, feeling dizzy. These are all symptoms. Example, my symptoms started on Monday. First, I had a runny nose, then a sore throat, then a fever.
And our final word for today, fluids. In medical English, fluids doesn't just mean water. It means all liquids, water, juice, broth, herbal tea, electrolyte drinks. When a doctor says drink plenty of fluids, they mean stay hydrated with lots of liquid. Example, the doctor said to rest and drink fluids, so I had soup and herbal tea all day.
Beautiful word tour, Neha.
Thank you, Dr. John.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode. We covered so much ground. We talked about whether you're a doctor avoider or an overreactor. And honestly, there's no judgment either way. We've all been there.
We talked about the grammar of symptoms, using have for nouns and feel for adjectives. We did a full clinic roleplay. We went through the doctor's orders, and we did the word tour with 8 key words to take away with you.
And the most important thing to remember is this. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to use fancy medical vocabulary. You just need to be clear. The doctor's job is to help you. Use simple sentences, point if you have to, and don't be afraid to say, "Can you repeat that more slowly, please?"
That phrase alone, "Can you repeat that more slowly, please?" is going to serve you for life, not just at the doctor, but everywhere.
Absolutely. And hey, take care of yourselves out there. Drink your water. Get your sleep. Don't Google your symptoms at midnight.
Please do not Google your symptoms at midnight.
And if something has been bothering you for more than a week, just go in. You are worth taking care of.
Beautifully said. Okay, we have a question for the comments today. We want to know, what is your favorite comfort food or home remedy when you have a cold?
Mine is a big bowl of spicy ramen. That steam just clears everything right out.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Mine is warm ginger and honey tea with a little lemon. My mom used to make it for me when I was little, and it just feels like a hug.
That is the sweetest thing. Let us know yours in the comments. We read every single one.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today at Skillify English. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend who's learning English. It really means the world to us.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay healthy, keep practicing, and remember, every word you learn is one step closer to the confident English speaker you already are.
Take care, everyone.
Bye for now.